name Keith, and we'll talk about vehicle gasification. We've got a rig here that runs off of wood or any other type of biomass, and we'll explain gasification to you. Gasification is a process where you burn wood or biomass in an oxygen-restricted environment. The product of burning biomass in the oxygen-restricted environment will be carbon dioxide and water vapor. Then if you can take those products up to somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 degrees, you'll get a thermochemical reaction that'll turn it into hydrogen, carbon monoxide, and methane. Not as potent as gasoline. Usually when it's put into a vehicle you have about a 25 or 30% decrease in power, but tests has shown it's 37% more efficient than gasoline is. Okay, this is the fuel hopper in this location here. This is the top door on it. We open the door, put the wood in here, and this is a storage of it. Down in this compartment is the heart of the gasifier. The fuel has to heat up between 2,000 and 3,000 degrees down in this area, and it'll go through a process called pyroglyphic distillation. It's a thermochemical event. Once it gets to that temperature, this gas will change over into hydrogen, carbon monoxide, and methane. And that takes place right in this area right here. And then it comes through some pipes over in this compartment here that is a heat exchanger and drop box, I call it. The velocity of the gas coming through here is fairly fast in relation to this, so the gases slow up some so that any heavier than air particles will sink to the bottom here, and they can be taken out at down below. The gas travels on up to the top of this compartment, and it comes out into rails at the right behind the cab, and this is a cooling rack, and you can see on each side the cooling rack. The gases go through this cooling rack, and they'll drop down to near ambient temperature and get down near the dew point, and the moisture will start dropping out of the gas, and it comes on down underneath the truck and goes in a tank underneath for storage, and it has to be drained every 5 or 6, maybe 700 miles, drain this condensation out. Okay, after the gases go through the tank, it cools on down even more and is piped back underneath the truck and comes up in this third drum on the left hand side of the truck, which is filled with hay. The gases migrate up through the hay, dropping off any soot particles in the hay, and there's also condensation that is adhering to the hay in there. And whenever you shut the truck off, the condensation will start draining back down, and at the same time is washing the hay down, and it'll form water at the bottom that'll be drained off occasionally, and it kind of works as a self-cleaning filter with the condensation draining back down to wash the soot back down. After it comes out of this container, it goes through some tubing and up to the motor, and at this point it is still a dead gas. It don't contain any oxygen, so it can't burn until it is mixed with oxygen. This illustrates the gas coming from the gasifier. We've got 2-inch PVC here, we've got 2-inch PVC over here, and it goes into this filter housing that serves as a mixing bowl for the gas and the air. The fresh air is coming through these flex hoses on each side of the breather. There's small homemade valves on each one of these lines. The proper air ratio mixture on this with wood gas is about a 1-to-1 ratio. We need to have about as much fresh air mixed with about the same quantity of gas. I've been asked what all we can burn, and I usually say there's 3 things I know we can't, and that's rocks, metal, and glass. I've tried just about every other thing. Corn stalks, cotton stalks, pivot hedge, all different types of wood, chicken litter, cow manure, and I tell people you get caught in a pinch, a dead cat will get you 6 or 8 miles. It's driveonwood.com. There's all type of plans. There's free plans on there, all type of reading material. It's pictures, videos, everything to do with wood gas, building wood gas, history of wood gas, everything about it. You can find it on driveonwood.com.